Shipping, billing, admin, payroll, marketing. You're managing all the things, so why waste time sending important documents the old-fashioned way? Mail and ship when you want, how you want with Stamps.com. Print postage on demand 24/7 and schedule pickups from your office or home. Save up to 90% with automated rate shopping. That's why over 1 million small businesses trust Stamps.com. Go to Stamps.com and use code PODCAST to try Stamps.com risk-free for 60 days.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
This is Optimal Work Daily. This simple method removes all noise and distractions. Extreme productivity. By Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. Quote, perfection is achieved not when there's nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Quote, to me, busy implies that the person is out of control of their life. Derek Sivers. Quote, we are kept from our goal not by obstacles, but by a clear path to a lesser goal. Robert Brault. In psychology, decision fatigue occurs when your mind is overwhelmed by options. You're caught in paralysis by analysis. It's the exact opposite of how highly successful people think. Don't believe me? Check out this quote from Michael Jordan. Quote, once I made a decision, I never thought about it again. End quote. Another important quote is attributed to Leonardo da Vinci. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. It appears the true origin of this quote likely comes from the novelist Claire Booth Lucci, who said, quote, the height of sophistication is simplicity, end quote. Regardless of who said it, there are a few important ideas here, which if you get, will make your life 10 times easier while also producing 10 times better results. Here are the bullets of the main ideas. Then I'll lay out for you the most simple and friction-free solution to extreme productivity. Big ideas. 1. Perfection. When you've stripped something down to its most essential. As Michelangelo said of his work in creating the famed David statue, quote, the sculpture is already complete within the marble block before I start my work. It is already there. I just have to chisel away the superfluous material. End quote. 2. Busyness. A life that is out of control and uncommitted on a specific future result. 3. The reason people don't succeed. People fail in life not because they're incapable, but because they dedicate the majority of their life to clear paths to lesser goals. 4. Decision fatigue. You haven't made a decision. You're caught in paralysis by analysis. 5. Decision. You've cut away alternative options to what you've committed yourself to. Making a decision is how you end the paralysis of decision fatigue. 6. Simplicity. Required for success at whatever you do. In order to be simple, you must remove everything that is non-essential. And 7. Productivity. Doing the few quote-unquote right things very, very well. This is rare in a world of distracted and uncommitted people. The strategy. Now that we've got those epic truths out of the way, here's how you do it. I suggest you apply this concept for the weekly and monthly basis to start. You could, however, apply this principle for the year, decade, and even your entire life. Let's start with monthly. In the case of this writing, it is March of 2022. All I need to do is ask myself, what absolutely must get done in March? Not what would be nice, not what do I have scheduled. No, what absolutely must get done in March? What are the critical few things that truly matter in March? What things, if they don't get done, will create significant challenges to my future self? What are the few things I'll regret not doing? Chances are, if you're thinking about your own March of 2022, there are a lot of items on your mental to-do list, or even on your schedule. But how much of that stuff truly must get done? How much of it is fluff? Let me give myself as an example here. I write books professionally, and I'm currently writing a book titled 10x is easier than 2x. This book is set to be published in October of 2022. I was supposed to have my rough draft to my editor 3 weeks ago. Due to slowed production of printing and materials, COVID-19 stuff, I need to complete this book by mid-April at worst. I'm still nowhere near being done with even the first draft. I also have a high-level coaching program that requires 4 90-minute group coaching sessions from me per month. I can't get out of those without creating significant problems in my business. Finally, I have a lower-tier version of that coaching program that requires me to create 4 10-minute training videos per month. Thus, if I were to strip down everything to its utter core of what I need to accomplish in March, it's this. The full first draft of 10X is easier than 2X, and really it's got to be refining itself a lot by the end of March. 4 90-minute group coaching calls for Platinum, and 4 10-minute epic training videos for Gold. That's it. That's the stripped-down version. The psychology. When I look at it that way, it's very doable. I have more than enough time. The problem is, when I think about my March, it feels like I have tons to do. A reason for that may be appointments or meetings on my schedule. It could be other goals I have, like creating YouTube videos. The 80-20 rule says that 80% of your results come from 20% of what you do. Also, if you want to create a 10x bigger future, only the critical 20% of your life will scale to 10x. 80% of your current mindsets, skills, activities, and even relationships won't scale to 10x where you're currently at. What got you here won't get you there. Are you willing to commit? If you want to be productive, you need to be focused. If you want flow, you need clear goals. Flow doesn't operate very well without constraints. If you want to be happy, you need less, not more. Feeling stressed and feeling like you have 1,000 things to do will kill your productivity. It will kill your flow. It will kill your results. Success at anything requires clarity, commitment, and courage. It requires courage because in order to actually achieve something significant, you've got to block almost everything else out. There are very few things that deserve your time and attention. There are very few activities and relationships that are actually moving the needle for you. To be productive, you must do less. The few things you actually do prioritize, you must be very good at. You've got to do what Cal Newport calls deep work. You cannot do deep work if you're trying to do 10 things at once. You've got to strip everything down to the bare essential. What is the critical 20% that will scale to your 10x bigger and better future self? Who do you really want to be? What actually matters? What truly must get done? If you get better at achieving what must get done, the important first and then absolutely required urgent, then progressively your life will become more successful. You'll have more focus, you'll have a clearer mind, you'll have more flow. You'll have less distraction and decision fatigue. You'll be living your life, not someone else's. Strip everything down to the essentials. Clearly define what must get done. Then, to the extent you're committed and courageous, eliminate as much as possible from your schedule and life that doesn't fit. Only get done what must get done for your future self. Then add the few other important things that are important but not 100% critical. They're nice and they fit the filter, but distinguish those from the musts. You just listened to the post titled, "This Simple Method Removes All Noise and Distractions, Extreme Productivity," by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com.
So, when I ask, what is Odoo? What comes to mind? Well, Odoo is a bit of everything. Odoo is a suite of business management software that some people say is like fertilizer because of the way it promotes growth. But some people also say Odoo is like a magic beanstalk because it grows with your company and is also magically affordable. But then again, you could look at Odoo in terms of how its individual software programs are a lot like building blocks. I mean, whatever your business needs. Manufacturing, accounting, HR programs, you can build a custom software suite that's perfect for your company. So, what is Odoo? Well, I guess Odoo is a bit of everything. Odoo is a fertilizer, magic beanstalk building blocks for business. Yeah, that's it. Which means that Odoo is exactly what every business needs. Learn more and sign up now at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
The new year means new health goals. not just for your body, but for your finances too. But did you know financial health is directly related to identity protection? You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second and alerts you to threats you could miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's US-based restoration specialist will fix it, backed by the $1 Million Protection Package. In fact, restoration is guaranteed or your subscription money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or other financial losses from identity theft alone. Resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com/iHeart and save up to 40% your first year. That's 40% off at LifeLock.com/iHeart. Terms apply.
And thank you to Benjamin, who is an organizational psychologist and was the #1 writer on Medium, where he shares a ton of articles covering personal development, willpower, and more. And those types of articles are regularly featured over on the podcast Optimal Living Daily. So if you like his style but want to hear his take on some different topics like building habits, motivation, willpower, and more, check out that show. Again, that is Optimal Living Daily. And make sure to hit that subscribe or follow button in your podcast app to get all the new episodes for free. But that should do it for today. I hope you enjoyed our post from Benjamin and that you have a great rest of your day. And I'll be back here with you tomorrow, and that is where your optimal life awaits.